Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, timers, are you ready?
I'm ready
Yes.
doing poll.
On your mark, get set, go.
Ready doing poll.
On your mark, get set, go. Okay, Paul, you went up first. Now you were do not finish last time. What did you change?
I just switched to my conservative model and it just follows the yellow line.
Looks pretty good so far. And Timothy, what did you change?
Nothing. Like as I said early, it was the first time this model didn't work, so I just relaunched the same model exactly the same way, and this time it works.
Hmm. Okay. Well, Timothy, you look like the more aggressive driver.
Yes.
So you're coming up on. We'll run the full 3 laps this time.
So Timothy is like Alan Prost now.
Say again.
Famous F1 race, Alan Prost.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And he was pretty good.
Not as good as Ayrton Senna, but it's okay.
What's the? Alright, never mind.
Okay, so both of you are doing much better this time, and you're going to get points. After this race is done, we're going to pause for just a minute or two while we put together the ladder, and then we'll start and we'll do the best 8. We'll go against each other. Okay, how are we guys? What lap are we on now?
Going to the last one right now.
Okay.
As soon as cross we finish. Okay, I got post times. I'm gonna upload to the spreadsheet.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Paul's times are conservative, but he did get times. 33 is a actually quite a good time, better than conservative. Don't know whether you're going to make the top 8, but you're definitely doing well. And now, if we can just put in Timothy's times as well.
Yeah, I don't have access to the document, but I dropped his times in the Zoom chat.
Oh, okay, just read them out to me, and I'll type them in. What was the first lap?
First lap 29:48.
Second lap?
26:45.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Third lap?
26:61.
Well, Timothy, I'm glad we gave you a chance to go again because you did really well. Okay. I'm gonna now set up the ladder. Jack, while I'm doing so, maybe you could take the downtime to talk a little bit about the course and what maybe those who aren't in the course who want to kind of follow along how people could use the donkey, go to the Donkey Car site, load the simulator, basically how they can do it themselves.
yeah, so I'm going to start by saying using Adam's favorite quote is the real world of autonomous car. You don't have to spend any money to start if you just do simulator first. And in the beginning, we did this because for the COVID-19 pandemic, as Chris said. And I actually now introduce as a part of my class because I think it does help the student to get ready while the robot's being built. So we start the class about 3 weeks ago. And then after the first week, people were already racing. And then the second week, we allow people to train faster. So they'll be in 1 hour training on your CPU. If you have access to a nice NVIDIA GPU, you go there for be a minute or so. So sometimes it's like 50 times to 6 times faster if you train on a GPU versus training on a CPU. And then, of course, the next step is if you want to build your own donkey car for about $300 or so, you can have a reasonable good vehicle. You can even get there from less expensive robots that will be differential drive, not to be necessarily the Acumen string like as a regular car that you would drive, but you can use the same framework to do that. The framework supports differential drive where you have the 2 wheels spinning this way, you go forward, spinning the other way, you go backward. If you go forward in one and backward in the other, you basically spin. So the framework does support that. So it's not very expensive to get in. Nowadays, the NVIDIA single board computers, it's between 60 and $90, depending how much RAM you want in there. And then you can get one of your old RC cars, another $10 for a battery if you don't have one, another $20 or so for the camera, and a new business, definitely by $300 you can get in business. So for the students at UCSD that maybe just listen to this, you just sign up for the class, and yes, you probably heard we have between 5 and 10 more students than we have slots on the class. Hopefully, if not this quarter, this coming quarter, you get to the next quarter and you get in, and then you have a chance to do what we just saw here using the simulator, using the GPU cluster for training. Then we build the physical robot. You try the Donkey AI framework on the physical robot in 2 tracks. One is indoor, the other one is outdoor. And then we go to ROS, and then you do the traditional computer vision programming on that same physical robot. And to wrap it up, you have 2 weeks to do a final project where we have to add some AI functionality to the robot or the mechanical aspect of it, and then we have to code for that. So that's primarily how the class look like. A lot of the students that we can see here, Andrew and Haru and Dominic, they were previous students on the class, and some of them come back as a tutors, and some move on to the real world on getting jobs in graduate school.
Excellent. Thank you. I've got the ladder set up now. Nope. Let me see. I've just done something wrong. Bear with me for a second. 24.6. Okay. So, oh goodness, that doesn't work at all. Well, at any rate, the ladder and Jack, you might be able, if you could just actually put the ladder on the screen. It's the 4th tab. Now, you'll see that it's the top 8. It is, it is extraordinary that I have to tell you guys that Haru did not make the top 8. What are we going to do about that?
He's going to do is playing a lot of bubble drinks and then get some pen and learn out of this. You always have to save your model to the competition. Then this is the nice thing, but nobody really remember that. Yeah, I was trying this, Haru. This is a competition. I'm just kidding. But.
Now, in fairness, he was 9. He was 9th, but not in the top 8. So there you have it. Okay, so the ladder, the way we work is we basically we get the sort of the fastest within the 8 against the slowest within the 8, and then we just kind of match fast and slow together. So ideally, these are the so-called they're starting positions. Ideally, we get the 2 fastest going head-to-head at the very end. So we're going to have, I guess it's going to be the best time, best 1-lap time. So they're all going to run 3 laps, but the best 1-lap time will determine whether they move on or not. So the first race will be Ardell versus James. So Ardell and James, please join the server. And then on deck is going to be Ryan versus Zach. Okay. Now, Ardell's best time, he is in first place overall. So the best time is Ardell's best time was, I believe, 24.6. So that is the time to beat. Racers, are you ready?
Yes.
Timers, are you ready?
Chris, just to clarify, we still take the 3 laps and the best lap advance, correct?
The best lap within.
下一轮就是他
Okay,
了。
Haru, are you back timing?
现在前8强比。
Oh yeah, I'm back.
Okay.
Because you got nothing else to do right now.
I thought we were doing a safe run in the first turn, so I wasn't yeah.
We changed the rules here.
It's up to the racer. I would have done a safe run. I agree. If we didn't have so many racers, we would have done more heats. But that's race day randomness for you.
What did we say one time from me? Chris said I'm the master of ceremony, can change stuff as I fit. So we change it.
Yeah. And there's the next month. We'll see. Basically, if we have more than 10 racers or more than 15 racers, we're probably just going to do one heat. So you can almost, in the future, if there's a lot of racers, just try to do your best with the first one. If there aren't a lot of racers, you have time to dial it in.
Yeah, how do we change that on the fly? Sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, how do we change it?
It's just Boba. Okay, timers, are you ready?
No, it's more than Bob. It's bragging rights on the class. They're going to have to hear this a lot from a lot of students.
On your mark, get set, go. On your mark, get set, go. Okay, so one would expect, based on their position, that Ardell would win this one because he's got that very aggressive technique. Now the question is it going to be reliable? Is it going to be consistent? Is he going to be able to finish? And,
好， 准备了，下一个就是你啊。
well,
3分钟后
only
就
one
是你
lap
了。
is what it takes, but we'll see whether it performs as well the second time. So far, so good. Ardell's technique of cutting the corners is just working really well for him. Ardell, any changes?
No, worked. Don't fix it.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And James, did you do anything to try to beat Ardell?
I did increase the max throttle to 1.0. I really only had it lower for that first curve where you can see I kind of cut it too hard, but I don't think that's going to be enough to make up for the, I guess you could call it the optimal racing line.
Yeah, at least for this day and this track, it'll change. We really have to put more cones up. I don't know what we did there. But there will be smart techniques for the next track, and we might put cones in the middle of the track, and you have to avoid it, and so there will be more challenge. Okay, so Ardell is lapping James. Look at that.
No kidding.
That has not happened before. Not today. Okay, so I think we know it almost doesn't really matter what the times are at this point, since Ardell has done at least one lap that's fast enough. Should we let them continue, or should we move on?
Let's move on. So while I put the times in.
DQ.
好，Ryan 到你了，哇，下一个。
Okay, so just for I presume since Ardell didn't change anything, his time is more or less the same. Did he do better than 24.6? Did he do better than 24.6? Timer. Did Ardell have any laps better than 24.6?
Yes,
Check typing it.
24:51. Yes.
Oh, very good. Okay. All right. Next up, so Ardell moves on. Next up is going to be Ryan versus Zach. So Ryan and Zach. You guys, you now can see what you're up against. So you're going to have to crank things up to move on. Okay, Zach's in. Waiting for Ryan. On deck is Tim and Matt. So Tim and Matt, get ready to come on next. On deck is Tim and Matt. So Tim and Matt, get ready to come on next. Okay, let's switch back to the track. Okay.
complete 3圈就好了，随便你啦，把你前8。
Racers, are you ready? Racers, are you ready? Timers, are you ready?
Yes, I'm doing Zach.
Okay, on your mark, get set, go. Okay, on your mark, get set. Ryan is favored as being ranked 4 versus Zach's 5, but it's very close. These two should be. Oh no, Zach DNFs. Oh no, Zach.
那你已经赢了啦，你就慢慢走啦，你已经赢了，你在前面。哎，
That's
差点撞
as
到，
long
哇
as
塞，
Ryan can finish
他
one
乱
lap,
跑
he，moves on.
不然你就 stable 就好，你已经赢了。那辆车乱跑，而且那辆车已经那个，你就 stable 就好，那辆车你已经赢了，那辆车 stuck 了。
Ryan finishes. Okay, we can call it for that one. Move Ryan on.
你看你
Tim
stable 就
and
好
Matt, you're
了，
up
不用
next.
快，不用快。
Tim and Matt, you're up next. Ryan, you can sign out now. Congratulations on moving up. Okay, Matt is in. Timothy is. We're waiting for Timothy.
Connecting.
Okay. All right, racers, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
看如果
Timers,
跑
are
完
you
3
ready?
圈就已经很不错了。
Yes, I'm doing Matt.
On your mark.
所以 Ryan
Get
你在
set.
第4名
Go.
或第5名、第4名吧
On，your mark. Get set. Go.
中间啊。
Okay, they're going off at the same time, which could lead to a collision. Let's see. And, oh, just missed each other. Oh no, Timothy! Oh no! Yeah, you were doing so well. Okay, well, Matt, if you can finish this lap, you move on.
Wait, I thought the rule was that like if both of them didn't finish, then there could be a re-race. If Matt doesn't finish 3 laps.
No, if both cannot finish one lap, there's a re-race.
Okay.
But in this case, in the ladder, all we need is one lap to move on.
Ready. So.
Okay, so Matt moves on. And Dan and Jared, you are up next. And Ardell and Ryan, get ready because you're going to be the next race after this. Okay, we have Dan and Jared. Racers, are you ready?
Yep.
Timers, are you ready?
Yep.
On your mark, get set, go. On your mark, get set, go. Okay, the racers. Oh, it might be a collision. Oh, so close. Oh, Dan pulls ahead. Oh, neck and neck. This is so exciting.
Oh,
Dan,
there we go. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Tricked him.
Jared, okay, Jared, if you can finish this, you move on.
Please don't spin out. Please don't spin out. All right.
And Jared moves on. Okay, Ardell and Ryan, you are up next.
Ryan， 你要有 Ryan， 第二轮拼前3名。
We gotta get out of here.
This is the semifinals, the last 4.
稳定就好了 ，Ryan 你不需要第1名，前3
The
名就好
winner
了
of。this will go into the final. Ardell is up. Ryan is up. Racers, are you ready?
反正稳定就好了啦，你稳定人家废了，那你就赢了啊。
Ardell,
不需要
Ryan,
快
you。ready?
Yeah.
Okay, timers, are you ready?
Yeah.
I am ready. I'm doing RCAI.
On your mark, get set, go. On your mark, get set, go. Okay. Oh,
哦
collision
，crash，
and we're gonna
快
restart.
去怎么办？那不要动，crash 怎么办？肯定要 restart 哦。
Jack, can you restart the sim, or do you need them to log off?
Yeah, if I restart, they're gonna come right away racing. So they have
Okay.
to do that or not.
Okay, they've got, so guys, log off, log back on. Okay, we have them in different lanes now, so this may lead to a different outcome. Racers, are you ready again? Racers, are you ready again?
Yeah.
Ardell?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, okay. Timers, are you ready?
I'm ready doing Ardell.
On your mark, get set, go.
I'm ready doing Ardell.
So Ardell's going to try to cut across the lane, and then maybe another collision, but we'll see. The lane, and then maybe another collision. Just misses the cone. Oh no! Oh, just misses the tire. Ardell's really cutting it very close here. This is a proper race. Ardell's
Pushing the
just
envelope,
pulls
huh?
it right behind Ryan.
哦
Slight bump.
他怎么超过他？要刚撞到了。
Oh, it's neck and neck, really aggressive.
Wow.
Ardell, they hit each other, and Ryan continues. Ardell is wiped out. Oh my goodness, I don't know how to call this.
哎，这个好讨厌哦。
Well, they finished one lap. So who did the first lap fastest?
那怎么办
This？is all on you.
How about if I said I missed?
对他撞到他是他的问题啊
I，
宝宝很
did
稳定
because I
啊
was。so excited looking, and then I said, I forgot to press the button.
All right, we're gonna do this again.
Sorry.
再多一个，再比一次。
That was an awesome race.
Yeah, and then I got excited looking at it, and I completely.
Okay, racers, log off. Log off and log in again. This time the timers are ready for this neck and neck stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, now Ardell's back on the outside lane, so we'll see where this
非常
leads.
讨厌这个人。
Timers, are you ready?
I'm ready doing RCAI.
On your mark, get set, go. On your mark, get set, go. Okay, I'm worried there's going to be a collision on this turn. Nope. Okay.
啊，那跑到外面去了，啊 Ryan 不用就自己稳就好，他跑外面去了，哎，他又会不会跑回
Oh
来？好奇
no,
怪哦，
Ryan's
看到赖
missed the turn.
He missed
DNF.
Yeah, that
So
doesn't count
Ardell,
for first lap.
Ardell, if you can finish this, you're in. He finishes. Okay, so
没关系啊，
Ryan
看了没
finished
关
one
系啊。
lap, so he moves on. Ryan, I'm so sorry. You were doing great. All right.
Yeah, he wouldn't finish. Yeah. Okay. Anyhow.
Okay. Ardell moves on to the final. Now we have Matt versus Jared.
All right.
看到赖就 disqualify 了。好了，算了，没关系啊，没关系啦。那没关系，你这样子你也第4名啊。
Okay, the winner of this will go into the final. Matt is. Whoops, we need somebody to. Brian, we need you to log off.
Ryan 你结束了吧？
Thank you.
嗯，停掉了。
And it looks like Matt should log back in
啊，
again.
你但
because
第
he
4名
was-
呢？
Ryan threw off his starting position. Matt, if you could log off and log back in. Thank you. Matt, if you could log off and log back in.
Good call, Chris.
他那边 Ryan 应该把他绕回来，因为你看到赖
Racers, are you
都被
ready?
disqualify 了。
Racers, are you ready?
Yes.
Very good. Timers, are you ready?
Ready doing math.
On your mark, get set, go.
Ready doing math.
On your mark, get set, go. All right. Jared heads off first. All right. Jared, have you tweaked anything?
No, I just kind of kept it the same. If I increase the throttle, oh, that was very close.
That was
it usually
close. Yeah.
makes it drift a little bit too much.
Okay, we're going to restart on this one.
又装在一起了这个。
Racers log off. Racers log off. All right. Racers, are you ready?
Yep.
Timers, are you ready? Racers, are you ready?
Yes. Ready doing math.
On your mark, get set, go. So these two races are very close. As a result, we're going to get high likelihood of collision again, but let's do it until they finish. So Matt takes the racing line, pulls ahead, but Jared's going a little faster. So Jared's a faster car, but Matt has a slightly better line. We'll see how this plays out.
Yeah, it looks like he might throw me off too.
Oh, Jared pulls
there we
ahead.
go. I usually spin out on this corner a little bit, so you might.
Oh no, it did spin out on the corner.
Oh, let's save
Oh,
it.
just misses. Oh no,
Oh,
Jared.
no.
Jared DNF. So Matt, if you can finish, you are going to the final. Matt finishes, goes into final. So now it is Ardell versus Matt for the final. This is what. So you get Boba for beating the TA. What do you get for winning the overall thing, Jack? What do you get for winning the overall thing, Jack? Jack, you got to be able to do better than Boba.
Don't know yet. Maybe you're gonna like it, one of those spring rolls along with the boba.
Spring roll. Okay. Very nice. Okay, Ardell and Matt, you are now the. Okay, so Ardell's going to be on the inside lane. That's going to lead to some challenging lane crossing. Matt, if you could log in. Okay, racers, this is it. This is the big one. This is the final. Are you ready?
No, not ready.
I'm nervous, but
Are you at least ready to press the button?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, timers, are you ready?
I am ready. I am doing Ardell.
Okay, we're going to do the full 3 laps if we can. On your mark, get set, go. On your mark, get set, go. Ardell starts a. So don't worry, Matt. It's all about the time. Don't worry, Matt. It's all about the time. Okay, Ardell pulls ahead. That's looking smooth. Ardell does this. Oh no! Did we lose a server glitch? No, I mean that's just Twitch. Twitch glitched for a moment there, but looking good. Okay, everyone's racing really well. Ardell's got 1 lap down.
Yeah, 28, 25.
Crazy.
28, 25.
Okay, Matt, you're gonna have to. Your car's gonna have to do something miraculous here. Matt, your car's gonna have to do something miraculous here. I mean, you're so good and so smooth, and yet Ardell's got that tricky line. So good and so smooth, and yet Ardell's got that tricky line.
24-11.
Wow.
24-11.
Okay, that is really fine racing. Congratulations, everybody. And Jack, whatever you're doing in your class, it's really working. These teams they're using different techniques. They're not all identical. Performing really well. Almost everybody finished.
It's all about bragging rights over Haru, I think.
Yeah.
All right, I have the 3 laps.
Okay, and that's for Ardell, who then wipes out just in time. And Matt is now finishing his third.
Where are we adding those, Chris, here? Or we don't?
Where do we add it? Sorry, at the bottom?
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So I missed the other ones then. Okay.
Okay. So I think Matt is done. So we can now declare the victor, Ardell. Congratulations, you are the winner. Matt, you are the runner-up. Ardell, you are not only the winner, but I believe you set a track record. So that is something that everyone's going to have to beat, at least for bragging rights, next month. Jack, any last thoughts before we thank everybody and sign off?
Next month, most likely going to have different track. We try to race 2-3 times each track and move on for the obvious reason. We try to keep challenging you. And then, as Chris says, I don't know if this class is going to be able to see when we add cone and other things. We'll see. I mean, you also work on. We're going to have every month we have a race, so you have everything that you need to come back and race again for another 2 times. Chris, appreciate for. Actually, I do have something, Chris. How about a quick introduction? Who you are? For those of you that heard about the yourself drones, you talk about the legend right here.
Yeah, thank you. So I 10 or 12 years ago started a drone community called DIY Drones, which led to an industry, and I'm CEO of 3DR, which is one of the companies that spun out of that. That worked really well. The notion of open source, sort of cheap and easy introduction to drones and autonomy back then, and now we're doing the same thing with cars because the necessary ingredients, the computer vision, deep learning, powerful signal board computers, all that are now in place. So we can do cars. Cars are more challenging because you're using cameras to navigate, not GPS. And as a result, they benefit from deep learning, which drones don't. So drones are classic control theory, cars are AI, and it's really allowed us all to advance our skills, to use the latest, greatest AI techniques, and feel like we're on the cutting edge and have fun at the same time. So that's the goal. We do it in person. Go to DIYRobocars.com to see an overview of the communities, donkeycar.com for this particular framework. Download the simulator, download the framework. You can try it on your own computer. You can try it on the servers as well. Jack, I believe that the UCSD server stays up, or am I misremembering that?
So it does not, because it's actually still in my office, but hopefully in a few weeks it's going to stay up 24/7. But every time someone needs it, just let me know.
And join the community on the Discord server. You'll find that on donkeycar.com, and you'll go to the virtual racing channel, and you can keep up with this. And when Jack starts the server again, the reason you would use a remote server is just to experiment with latency. Otherwise, it works exactly like it would on your own computer.
Just to race against each other, that we need the server for obvious reasons. So everybody, I sincerely appreciate. We did well. Again, another victor for CCD. No pressure for Haru. He's probably going to have to step up his game next time. And I sincerely thank you everybody to come in the morning. I know Saturday is a day to catch up on some sleep. I saw some people 7 o'clock already here. I saw some people staying at 12 and 1 o'clock yesterday or this morning, depending how you say it. So it was pretty nice.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, racers. We'll be announcing the next date will be probably in about a month's time. So I think around the 20-something of February. But we'll announce that on the meetup. So those of you registered on the meetup, you just you'll get the notification when that's announced. Thank you, visitors and viewers on Twitch, and we'll see you all next month.
Yeah, bye for all the students, let's finish that. As soon as you saw that you advanced and were faster than Haru, send me a ping, you got a boba drink. So, and then for the Ardell, you got a boba drink and one of those, whatever they have on top of Express, a spring roll if you do that kind of stuff. Good job.
Good job. And by the way, I see that some of the racers wanted a link to the spreadsheet. We can probably, I'll post that in read-only mode into the chat. So if you want to just stay on the, racers, stay on the Zoom just for a minute while I post the link, and then you can get it. Thanks all.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks all.
Bye, guys.
I have a request
好，
that
等一下，
I'd
等一
like
下，我来
to
关。
ask. My name is
我
Andrew.
看最后 final 的
I'm a
名
member
字
of
是什么？没有
RCAI
公布
at
啊。
UC San Diego. I was just wondering if I could get everybody to just wave just for a few seconds on their camera, or if you could turn your camera
对，
on.
照相，
as
照相，
well.
对，right， 照
If
相
you're
一
not
下。
comfortable doing that, that's fine. But we'll just be maybe 10
把
seconds.
camera
We
打
just
开吗？
do this, just so we can give everybody some time. Turn the camera on. Appreciate it. And I'll be sharing this with you guys. Thank you so much. Beautiful, beautiful. Awesome. Okay, that's awesome. Thank you so much, everybody. Okay, that's awesome.
Thanks, everybody. See you.
Spreadsheet link is in the chat on Zoom right now.
Thanks, Chris. Bye, everybody.
Bye all.